Welcome to the Legends of Tarot for March 21, 2019. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate your views and support of this little YouTube channel. I want you to know that you're loved. Gaia loves you. I want to wish you the best in abundance, joy, bliss, all of the finer things. But know that you are loved more so than anything. Gaia loves you. And on this day, it's important to feel love. It's important to feel happiness because today, above all things, is International Equality Day. Breaking down the barriers of our external differences, male, female, black, white, purple, yellow, whatever it is, your position, even economic, social differences, you're the elite or you're somebody that has attained huge levels of success. All those barriers, I hope, on this day are all eventually broken down. So people will be coming together on this day and they will be working together. You'll see a lot of co-working. You may even see, symbolic and peaceful protesting on this day even, right? I got a list of things that were game changers, and they all kind of synchronistically happened on this day. The Legends portion is going to be a bit of a menagerie. But first off, I wanted to say and give tribute. Because you are loved, right? And where that was going is because I know Gaia loves you. We just hit Aries running here, and we're in the spring equinox, and it's fantastic energy. And on this Equality Day, more so, I wanted to remember was Rebecca Rolfe, and she was better known as Pocahontas. What a game changer when she did her thing, and we want to honor her life this day because her legend is now just over 4 centuries old, and it just rounded that big number a year back. And yeah, what a game changer when it came to loving the person for who they are and not who they were in the world, kind of thing, right? And that, I think, is how we're approaching each other collectively on this day. To recognize and patience in others, and it's like the stronger helping the weak. It has that feel to it as well. All right. We also wanted to shout out today Jane Crawley. She created the first association for professional women on this day just over 150 years ago. So there is a step in the right direction to get together, to get united, to feel united, and so long as that founding principle behind any get-togethers is this message of equality, then we should be all for it on this day. People are coming together. Another interesting one, shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. 70 years ago on this day, a first rock concert ever in Cleveland, Ohio. And the legend on that day in Cleveland is that they sold 10,000 tickets, but 25,000 people showed up. So can you imagine the new vibe that was being felt and the wondrous decades of rock and roll we've had since then? And we also have to mention that DMLKJ was doing he was marching on into Aries on this day just about 50 years ago. So it's worth a shout out for all to feel equality, to feel the person within. And I wanted to do many names today because of this breaking it down. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. It's a matter about how you're recognizing that other person, right? From within, higher self connecting with higher self, seeing past the barriers and the masks of sex and race and religion, and like I said, social, economic status and power. All this movement now into Aries in this doing time, it's great that it's starting off with this principle of equality, and just like the balance of the seasons, what goes around comes around. We talk about these larger karmic cycles. And so that's just the main feeling on that day. And so a menagerie, a potpourri, if you will, of the legends and the things going on this day. We'll just ask Tarot for a couple messages for the 21st of March. Tarot, what say you for the 21st of March? Okay, good to go. Thanks for being with me. Thank you, guys. That's awesome of you. It is really great. I got cards going every which way. And my rocks are set up for the monthlies, so that's why they're looking like that. Those will be coming out soon. All right, on this day, we've got the 9 of Wands. Wait, sorry. It must have meant to be. I normally take the bottom 2 cards, but we've got the 9 of Wands up here. And so this feeling it's the unmasking, it's the removal of the pressure that one might put on themselves on this day. Think, we're all human here. Nobody's perfect, and nobody, especially you, should ever expect you to be perfect. And if there's any kind of that energy going on in your environment, you want to be out of that, and you will want to recognize and maybe even evaluating in others how that's going on. There's a culmination of spirit going on this spring. And this is in the larger sense. This is in like we are moving now into the end of the decade, the end of these cycles of learning and awakening, where we are all technologically, spiritually, scientifically still on this enormous precipice of taking things to the next level. And that's a bit of a heavier message for Nine of Wands, but that's what's coming through. And I think we can be happy about it in equality. Let's see what showed up on the bottom of the deck for a support card. Four of Swords. Look at this. So rest, relax. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. This is a good time for a refresh, for that thing that you treat yourself to find some hours in the later hours of the day for that. Almost like hitting the reset button. Once the kids are fed and the dishes are done, kind of thing. You go into a sacred space. You go into a sanctuary, not necessarily just to hit the rack and fall asleep, but to actually like be about in your own space. Spend some time in the gap. Spend some time in the quiet and the silence, and really getting in touch with yourself. Okay, because that is the reward for treating others for their inner being, for their divine self, which you'll see that energy coming up. That's the reward. At the end of the day, when you go into sanctuary, you begin that cycle of self-love, and it's just even more powerful because you've been practicing the outward expression and reflection of your relationships and your interpersonal interactions. Okay, so that's what's up for tarot. Oh my goodness, I'm so disorganized, you guys, today, and I'm so sorry. I left my cards on the other table. 1 second. So absolutely just getting barreled. All right, quick edit. I had to get up and get my cards. Forgot them on the other table. So we're looking for the 5D message for collective and the viewers. Hey, look, we got already. What do we have? We have this card of wisdom, right? What is wisdom? What is that? What does that represent? What does that mean to you? And I think wisdom this word is maybe not really appropriate for the energy that's coming through at this time. It's more like talisman, or more like inner guidance, more like direction and emulation of your environment, right? It's like people who are at peace with the earth and with their surroundings. They have this extra knowledge, or this way of maybe things seeming a little bit easier for them, or whether you could call it like good karma or good luck. All this is the wisdom, and the wisdom that is your thought forms, and your higher thought forms, and the ones when you start to let go of thought, and then I think that's when we're reaching on wisdom. So this could be like a call to more deeper meditation. We're going to be having some very busy days coming up, and this is reflective of that. This self-care and this self-exploration, going within, actually dedicating more time to the peaceful surroundings, rather than the hubbub, the media. Watch your screen time. That kind of thing is what wisdom is saying at this point. All right, and it's not just today, like watch your screen time or get your weekly report from your iPhone. This is more like, take what you need, and if whatever you spend your screen time doing leaves you empty feeling at the end, then it's not worth engaging in that screen time in the first place. it's almost like you gotta maybe commit to it. Say, my time is so valuable. Why would I let it be fade away into an even more intricate matrix of the web or of television or whatever it might be, right? It's good for entertainment, and it's good to have entertainment and learn things through screen time. But we also just want to watch sort of the mindless, like whether it's Insta scrolling or bumping up on social media, those kinds of things. We really want to make sure that we are more than our story. We're more than our feed. We're more than we could ever convey or we could ever glean from the 2D, right? Your screen time. So it's a good to be in remembrance of it, but we can definitely walk that balancing act and treat ourselves kindly as long as we are wise. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.